All right, y'all, what's up? So today we're gonna go through the 10K blueprint, and essentially I'm gonna lay it all out for you. I'm gonna lay out what you need if you want to make 10K a month. Let me start this this live. So essentially, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay out what you need to do to make 10K a month. So in the video before, I kind of talked through. Um, you have offer building, you have client acquisition, you have um, sales, and then you have fulfillment, right? Okay. Okay. All right, I'm here. So, like I said, um, offer building, client acquisition, sales, fulfillment. So, we're going to offer creation. If you want to be able to sell high ticket, which is what coaches that you see that are making 10, 20, 30, 50K a month, most of them are selling high ticket. Here's the deal. If you have a large following and you can sell something for $100 to thousands of people, it's able to it's easy to generate large numbers of large amounts of revenue with something that's low ticket because you have such a large following. If you don't have a large following and you still want to make a lot of money, you have to charge more money to less people. Um, that's just the way it works. The way the numbers work. It's a lot easier to charge 10 people $100 rather than charge 100 people $10. Or a better example is it's a lot easier to charge 10 people $1,000 rather than 1,000 people $10, and to get them to buy. So offer creation is important because you need something that is marketable and that you can sell for a high ticket price. If it's not worth two or three, $4,000 or $5,000, and you don't know how to sell it, or it's just innately not worth that, you're not going to be able to sell. You're not going to be able to sell it for that. People aren't going to buy it. So, offer creation. You're going to sell workouts. You're going to have your own app, and all your workouts are in the app. You're going to have nutrition. You're going to do their nutrition for them, updates as needed, and accountability. You're going to provide them with accountability. Um, your offer is as simple as that. Now, you can go a little bit deeper, like I said in the last video, when it comes to avatar and structuring your offer towards your avatar. But at the end of the day, these are the basics. You're offering workouts, nutrition, accountability. It doesn't matter who you're offering it to, who your niche is, who your avatar is. That's what you're going to offer them: workouts, nutrition, accountability. It's as simple as that. But people buy off of emotion. So that's when that ties into like client acquisition and sales. Um, you need to be posting on every platform. You need to be messaging on every platform, at least 100 messages a day. My team sends out 300 messages a day on top of raising hands, etc. But you need to be posting and messaging every single day on every single platform. You're going to get spam blocks on each one at a certain number. Once you once you find out what that number is for you specifically, you just send less than that, in the time frame that it'll allow you to send it. Move on to the next platform, send messages, at least 100 messages a day across all platforms. If you're not doing this, then you're not doing what it takes. It's as simple as that. So let's talk about posting. Because yes, you can message, but why do people want to buy from you? This is where personal branding comes in. My partner, Dr. Baltimore, they literally call him Dr. Baltimore. His name is Justin, but everybody calls him Dr. Baltimore. Me, Coach Show Up. My name is Dylan, but people literally call me Coach Show Up because that's personal brand. Like that is how I branded myself, and that is who people know me as. So that's why personal branding is so important, because you want people to see you and to think of your business. And if they don't see you and think of your business, then you're not doing enough. You're not posting enough. Um, and a lot of people, they bore people with workout stuff, and workout stuff is important. You do need to add value, but I am a really big proponent of posting a lot of lifestyle content. People need to envy you. People need to see your post and be like, damn, I wish I was like this guy. I wish I was able to show my and no, you shouldn't just post your physique, but I think you should post your physique. People do want to see what you look like, and they want you to have an admirable physique if they're going to work with you. It's that simple. But it's less about the physique and it's more so about the emotion. You have to inflict an emotional response within the people that are watching your content. You can't do this with just videos of you working out. I've tried it. This coming from a dude that makes no less than 20K a month. No less than 20K a month. In my online fitness business. You have to inflict an emotional response in these people. How do you do that? You have to talk. You have to talk to the camera. You have to talk to the camera. It is the hardest part, but you have to talk to the camera. And you have to know who you're talking to. Are you talking to men? Are you talking to women? Are you talking to nurses? Are you talking to people in tech? If you're not talking to somebody specific, then you're not talking to anybody at all. But you have to talk. So you need to be posting across all these platforms. You need your captions; they need to inflict an emotional response. Your talking videos, they need to inflict an emotional response. You also need to provide value. So I would say maybe like a trendy video or a head talking video once a day, and then a value based video once a day. If you do that consistently, and then in your caption you give value, or you summarize what the video is about, and then you put a call to action. I'm looking for 5 guys. I'm looking for 5 women that want to work with me or want to get in shape by summer. DM me this or comment this. Comment summer. DM me shred. Right. Then you post a call to action like that, and that's when people will start raising their hands. Most of your clients are going to come from you going and getting them, and that's why I said messaging is so important. You need a script, or it's easier when you have a script, when you have a framework, and that's where somebody like me, like a mentor, would come in, where I give you the proven script that I use to close $3,000 to $5,000 clients every week, right? So, client acquisition, it comes down to posting, social media, messaging, and then getting people on sales calls, right? So, what is a sales call? A sales call is, well, and let's kind of talk about this one more time. So, offer creation, I go over that in the offer. Client acquisition, you're going to need some kind of calendar software in order to book these calls. So I just use Calendly, or if you have a CRM, you can use that. But Calendly works the best. Have pre-qualifying questions. I'll go over this in another call. This is going to be the basics, but you're going to have pre-qualifying questions in order to weed out the people that you don't want to work with, people that aren't willing to invest, people that need a spouse on the call, people that aren't willing to start today. All of these are things that you need to know before you get on the call, because you don't want to waste your time. So sales, you need a script. You need a script, right? You need to understand how the call is going to flow, because every call is going to have a flow, right? So you need to understand who your avatar is. And when you understand who your avatar is, then you can understand their pain points. And this is how you sell people, because people buy off of emotion. It's as simple as that. People buy off of emotion. So you need to understand what's going to inflict emotion in your prospective avatar, right? So let's go through the closer framework. Clarify why they are there. When you get on a call, that's the first thing you do. Like, what are you trying to achieve? What is your goal, right? Once you know what their goal is, then you're going to label them with that problem. You want to lose weight, you're overweight. If you want to lose weight, you're overweight. Simple as that. Overview their past pain. So what have you struggled with? Have you not been able to fit into your clothes? Have you gotten tired walking up the steps? When you go out with your friends, the girls not talk to you, or the men not talk to you? Once you have inflicted this emotion in the prospective client, then you sell them the vacation. What is the vacation? You're not selling them the trip. You're not selling them the flight to Hawaii. You're not selling them the long hours in the airport. You are selling them the end destination. It's not easy. Losing weight, gaining weight, fitness in general is not easy, but you're not selling the not easy part. You're selling the end outcome. And that's what people need. They need to know that when they finish, they will have the body of their dreams. They will be healthier. They will feel better, right? If you sell them what it's going to take to get there, most people won't start. So you're doing people a disservice by not being able to sell, because most people, if they don't start with you, they're not going to start at all. If they don't start at all, then that's your fault because you didn't sell them, right? So once you sell them the vacation, they're going to have concerns. Explain those concerns away. It costs too much. Okay, what if we break it up in installments? Am I going to get these results? Well, if you do what I ask, I'll guarantee you results. So every concern that they have, you need to have an answer for it. And you have to be able to think quick. After they commit, after they decide, you need to reinforce the decision. You don't want them to have buyer's remorse. And a lot of times you can't escape this. It's going to happen. People are going to have buyer's remorse. But you don't want that to happen. And the way you do that is by reinforcing the decision and acknowledging that it is their choice to work with you and that you appreciate them for choosing you of all people to work with. And you're going to get them the best results that you possibly can deliver, right? All right, fulfillment. So this ties back into your offer, right? So like I said, app, workouts, nutrition, you're going to have an app. You can use any training software, whether it be Everfit, Kahunas, IO, Trainerize. All of these apps allow you to automate your fulfillment. That way it takes you out of it a little bit, and it's not as time consuming on your end, right? The biggest thing for most people is the nutrition, right? The workouts are important, and people need workouts. They need to resistance train. Most people just need the basics when it comes to workouts. The biggest thing for a majority of people is the food, right? So you need to personalize the nutrition, because if you don't personalize the nutrition, one, everybody's body is different, right? Their BMRs is going to be different. A deficit for each person is going to be different, one. But two, everybody likes different foods, right? So you don't want to be that coach that gives a cookie cutter plan to every client, because if you do that, they're not going to follow it if it's not the foods that they like. If you understanding these things, and to collect payment, you need a payment processor. So something like Stripe or Square. So offer creation, Google Doc to make your offer, right? Client acquisition. You need social media accounts. You need a calendar, so you can send a calendar and they can book a time with pre-qualifying questions. Sales. You need a script. You need to know how to sell. You can do it on FaceTime. I get a lot of people on FaceTime because I have the free Zoom, so it runs out of time a lot of times. Fulfillment. You need a way to automate your fulfillment. Everfit, Kahunas, IO, Trainerize. Guys, if you got value and if you do those things, and when it comes to this, posting 2 times a day, 100 messages a day, you should book anywhere from 3 to 5 calls. You should close 1 to 2 of those calls, right? So if you are selling 2 to 5K a person, right, and just say you close 1 person a week, that's $2, $4, $6, $8,000 a month, and that's just closing 1 person a week. With the numbers I gave you, you should be closing way more than that, but a lot of times it doesn't work out like that. Or the numbers, or they can't pay in full, it's a payment plan, etc. But hypothetically, you should be able to close at least 10,000 people, $10,000 in revenue a month, doing those actionable tasks that I just gave you. Guys, if you got value from this, one, drop me a follow, comment what you found the most valuable. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and then drop me a follow on Instagram, Ask Coach Show Up or Coach Show Up, either one. Let me know you came from the YouTube video. If you're looking for one-on-one mentorship, DM me on Instagram, Scale, and we can kind of talk through what working together would look like. But I appreciate you guys for staying to the end of the video. This is a pretty long video, 15 minutes. So if you got value from that, like I said, the least you can do is drop a like. And I appreciate you guys, and stay for the next video.